Hi everybody! Today I'm going to teach you how you can make your own Chinese New Year lantern that you can hang up in your house to decorate for Chinese New Year. We love doing these at nursery and it's got such a dramatic impact when you walk into the room and it's full of lanterns. So hopefully you'll find this fun and want to make lots too. You'll need a piece of paper, some pens, some scissors, pencil, ruler, and this one you'll need your help with, from a grown-up for this one. This is a stapler, but it's good for your fine motor skills, so as long as you've got some adult support, using that is fine. Okay, so the first step is we need to make our handle of our Chinese New Year lantern. So we take our piece of paper, I'm going to fold one edge of it with a rectangle shape. So you fold the edge over into a rectangle shape because this will make the handle of your lantern. Like that. Then you want to cut along that folded edge using your scissors. So remember, we have our thumb in one of the holes, our finger in the other one. We anchor it down with our index finger and we use our open and close motion, making sure that the end of the scissors aren't pointing towards anyone. So we're keeping ourselves and others safe. So we cut along the edge. So I'm going to take my hand away now so it's not near the edge of the paper. There we go. This you will need for later. So I'll put that over there. Now, with this bit, I'm going to draw some lines using our ruler because it has a straight edge. I have a makeshift camera stand, but it's okay. Sorry. Right, okay. So you need to make a straight line. If you don't have a ruler, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to do one. I will show you how I've done them in a minute. So the effect of your lantern depends on how many lines your child draws. So they can practice moving the ruler. I'll move it back a bit so you can see. Moving the ruler along a piece of paper, so you keep your ruler still. Then you drag your pencil along the piece of paper. It's not actually going. And then you do it again, so you keep your ruler still with one hand. Use your pencil in the other. Draw the line going down. You can start from the top of the piece of paper down towards you. Down. So I've chosen to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've chosen to do 6 lines for my lantern, but you can do more or less. Now you might need some blue tack and your adult might need to help do this for you, but you want to pierce a hole in the starting point of each of your lines. That's 3. So it's quite tricky. So if your adult needs to help you, that's fine. Otherwise, you can put some blue tack or Play-Doh underneath the piece of paper, and then your child can have a go at pushing the pencil through themselves. So then you should have your holes. Now, really carefully, this is good for your children's fine motor skills. I'm going to put the scissors through the hole and start cutting along that line. Because the thing is, you don't want the ruler lines to go all the way to the top or all the way to the bottom, because when you cut them they'll just come off. So we don't want to do that. So talk about safety as your child's using their scissors. You can talk about, for their phonics, you can talk about what it sounds like, what the scissors sound like as they're cutting through the paper. So I might say snip, snip, or chop, chop. It's amazing, we don't really think about it, but that's all part of our children's phonics development as well, as they're listening to sounds in the environment around them, and they're learning how to repeat those sounds themselves. All early part of phonics, all great stuff. So once you've done your last line, you can then do your drawing. So you might choose to do your drawing before you do your cutting instead, that might be easier. Either way, that's fine if you do your drawing first and then do the cutting, or you can do your cutting first like I've done and then do the drawing. I am going to do some simple fireworks on mine for Chinese New Year. So just do some straight lines. This is going to look really not as good as you could do, I'm sure. Actually, it's a bit harder when it's chopped, so you might want to bear that in mind. So you might want to do it first. That's alright. It still works. And actually, if you've got coloured paper, this looks really effective on coloured paper, which is what we do at nursery. But I don't have any coloured paper at home, so I've had to use white paper instead. So you do your drawing. Obviously, you would do your drawing on a flat surface, so on a table or something like that, but I wanted to hold up to show you what I was doing, which is why it looks a bit messy, because I'm not doing it on my flat surface. So don't forget to use your tripod grip. See the shape that I've made? We've got our cheap bird with our thumb underneath, our index finger on the top, and then our third finger is anchoring the pen, okay? Do a little bit more. Let's have some purple fireworks. And then you can talk to your child and ask them what colours they're using for their drawing. So that's part of their expressive and arts learning. You can talk about their favourite colours with them. And equally, they could put glitter on their lanterns. If you have glitter at home, they might want to do some gluing instead and glue glitter on. That's fine too. There's lots of ways your child can make their lantern unique. But yes, if you do have coloured paper, that works really effectively. Otherwise, no problem at all. So that's my Chinese lantern. What am I doing? Just going to do some blue sky, like that. There we go. So actually, if your child does fireworks for their Chinese New Year picture, you can talk about the sounds of fireworks month as well. Right, okie dokie. So then you pick up your piece of paper, you bring the two edges together, and then this is when you want to use your stapler, and you push the two sides of the stapler together, and then you turn your piece of paper around so that the edges meet. We're making a circle shape. Then you use your stapler, push down, so it's just a click. Look at that, we've got the start of our lantern. And then you want to put your handle on the top. Now your child can practice writing their name so that they know that it's theirs. And then again, once they've written their name, you staple it in on one side, staple it in on the other side. There's your Chinese lantern. Mine looks a bit straight. I think I was supposed to bend the edges a bit to make it go out. Rukni would know. She'd tell me what I've done wrong. So I'm just going to fold the inside. I'm sorry, Rukni, if she's watching. So I'm just going to fold them now. And actually, that does the same job. It's all right. It's okay. But there is no. I think you can fold your piece of paper first before you do your pasting. There we go. That's all right, isn't it? So yeah, to do that, you just have to bend the middle of your pieces of paper and do a little fold in them to create that shape. And there is your Chinese lantern. If you do your own one, children, do show us on Tapestry. We'd love to see them. Bye.